what's going on? Jamie here from Sharonatsea Travel. I am on the beautiful Regal Princess this morning. The family is here. We're doing an 8-day cruise from Galveston, Texas. It has been a glorious week. And yes, this is the morning where I get up early and I take you for a tour around the cruise ship. This ship first sailed in 2014. It's a little bit older ship in the fleet. And this week the ship is full. It's been a fantastic week so far. I am really impressed. The family's impressed with the Regal Princess, but enough of me talking about that. Let's get the tour started. All right, guys, we're going to start the day's tour here at the Plaza Deck, Deck 5, and we're in the forward part of the ship. Now, the ship is broken down in 3 elevator banks, okay? You're going to find that on cruise ships. Sometimes you're going to have 2, sometimes you're going to have 3. Here we've got 3, forward, midship, and aft. Let me turn the camera around and show you what I'm talking about. All right, so we're in the center part of the ship, forward, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 elevators. These elevators are gonna go all the way up to deck 16 or 17, depending on which one that you're in. And these elevators are just straight across the ship. Usually we find them more in a vertical versus a horizontal display. And then also here, you're gonna have your stairs on either side of the ship, port or starboard, to get up and down. Now, if you're like me, you like to take the elevators on vacation, but if you're into a little more of a healthy cruise, you can go up and down the stairs all day long and shed all those extra calories you've been putting on at the buffet and in the dining rooms. Now, in the forward part of this deck, it's all the Lotus Spa area. Now, yes, this morning it's early. The Lotus Spa is not open quite yet, but you're gonna find all kind of treatment rooms. It's just a beautiful area down here for all types of things you want that have to do with the spa. There's a little sneak peek into some of the treatment areas right here. So whether you're after a massage, some kind of a facial treatment, some kind of a skin treatment, maybe that acupuncture you've been looking for, the Lotus Spa is gonna have everything you need. Now, through the door right there on the right is that elevator bank, the forward elevator bank here on deck 5. And now we're just gonna head forward a little bit and get to one of my favorite parts of the ship. Now, one thing you're gonna notice about this cruise ship, it is beautiful. The design, the decor is fabulous. From the tile floors to the beautiful columns. On my left here, which is gonna be kind of midship here, deck 5, you're gonna have the shore excursion desk. On the right, you've got the guest services area right here. Great designs, great architecture. Now right here, we come to Sabatini's restaurant, the popular Italian restaurant on the cruise ship. Now it's locked up for the day, or for the morning, I should say, but we'll give you a little look inside there. Just, again, beautiful design. Fancy carpet in there, you've got beautiful tile flooring. So Sabatini's is right here as one of your specialty dining options. As we head forward on the ship, we are gonna come to the Piazza area. This is the main atrium area, midship, deck 5. Just beautiful. Now, my right over here is gonna be the International Cafe, where they're gonna have all kinds of pastries and things. I mentioned it's early, but they are open with snacks. Let's just give you a little glimpse of that. That looks fabulous. Breakfast sandwiches you can heat up. Danish and such. Doesn't that look awesome? They're here to make your morning coffee and get that going. Good morning to you. So that's a great way to get your day started. If you don't want the buffet and you just want a little something to hold you over, you can do that. That's deck 5, midship, port side of the ship. Now right here, we've got the Vines Bar. Okay, now this is a place where you can get amazing, amazing wines. They've got a whole wall of them over there that'll be displayed during the day. They're also gonna have some appetizers and snacks you can get in here as well. I wanna say it's considered a casual dining experience where for a couple dollars you can get yourself a charcuterie board and a few other treats. So this is a beautiful place, the Vines Bar here. Right next to the Vines Bar, you've got the gelato area. Not only can you get your gelato here, but they're gonna have premium ice cream sundaes. Sharon loves to enjoy those as well. A nice seating area, but this area will fill up with people just watching as they have performances right here in the middle of deck 5, the Piazza midship. You've got the band area that'll be right here. A really nice seating area right in the middle. open chairs here. This large area was gonna host tons of events, lots of music, lots of performances, lots of fun things will go on here the entire week of your cruise. Beautiful staircases right there going up to deck 6 and 7. And this is just an amazing, amazing Piazza area. I'm not sure I've seen a more beautiful setup here, even all the way up to the reflective chandelier up there. And now right across the way here on deck 5 in the Piazza is the Good Spirits Bar. Very popular bar, great bartenders. We're gonna have some different events here, tasting events and things of that nature. And a great place to hang out while they have events going on here midship in the Piazza. Now you can already notice the Regal Princess is bursting with cool things to see, and we're not even halfway through the ship on our first deck. Another look here at the beauty of the Piazza. Now I can take a little path on the starboard side or the port side to get a little farther back, but I'm gonna go right down the middle here. Now I'm gonna come to the midship elevator bank. Now this is a really, really interesting setup here, guys. We've got 4 elevators, 2 there, 2 over there. As I turn around and look at the main Piazza area, I've got an elevator on the starboard side, and I've got a single elevator over here on the port side. Now I gotta be honest, the only thing that drives me crazy about these elevators is the buttons over here will handle just these 4 elevators, and each elevator over here and over here has its own button. But this is a look at the midship elevator bank. Now you can see if I just walk through this little door, I'm gonna have access to the stairs, but let's just go around this way here. I don't wanna miss this spot. The Celebrations store. And this is where they're gonna have all your booze and your smokes. And looks like you can grab a little sunscreen and a few other knickknacks in here as well. But that's gonna be a duty-free shop here on the Regal Princess. Now right here on the right side or the starboard side of the elevator bank, you've got your internet cafe. So if you're having any trouble getting online, if you didn't purchase a package but you want to be able to access email or something like that, you can check this out right here. As we take a few more steps, we're gonna come to the Symphony Dining Room. Now you can access the Symphony Dining Room from the starboard side of the ship, or you can access it from the port side as well. Okay, well here's a little look of the beautiful Symphony Dining Room. Again, the continued elegance comes through this whole ship, but this is one of the 3 main dining rooms. This is a dining room where you will probably be set up to have a scheduled seating. Maybe it's early, maybe it's late, and it's gonna go all the way across from the starboard side to the port side of the ship. But a nice main dining room here, deck 5, a little back from midship. So that was a look at the Symphony Dining Room. Here's an example of the menu for tonight. Our final dinner on the ship, because it is the last day of this cruise. Now you're also gonna find a crew elevator, not for passenger use. All right, and that's gonna be on the back side of these elevator banks. Now here's the stairway. That's gonna be your starboard side and your port side. Now that's a look back into the Piazza, the area that we just left. And I mentioned you can access the Symphony Dining Room from either side of the ship. So here is the area where you can walk in on the port side. Same beautiful Symphony Dining Room setup right here. Now we're gonna head back to the midship elevator bank right here. And one thing I want to show you, now it is formal, it's got a very old school cruise vibe, but there is some current technology as well here on the Regal Princess. All right, now we have gone up 1 deck to the Fiesta Deck, which is deck 6. Okay, and we are forward on the ship. And let me give you a little bit of perspective here. We are back at the forward elevator bank. If you remember, the elevator bank has 4 elevators kind of going across on the ship here, and you're noticing a difference on how these elevators are going to be set up. Now on deck 5, we got the front and we got the mid elevators, but the rear elevators were not accessible. You couldn't go all the way through the ship through the Symphony Dining Room. So we came back up front, up 1 deck. Then you've got your stairway right over there. You've got your stairway right over here to go up and down. And in the forward part of this ship is gonna be the Princess Theater. Now, I'm not gonna walk into this entrance on the Princess Theater, although you can go in right here on deck 6. I'm gonna show you the entrance on deck 7 when we get up there. But right here, outside of the elevator bank, is gonna be Churchill's. Now, on many of the cruise ships, Churchill's is a cigar bar. Here on the Regal Princess, it has been turned into an arcade, and that's happened on a handful of the Princess cruise ships. A little bit of a controversial thing. Well, let's take a look. Obviously, it was a very small room to begin with, but it's just a little arcade here, just for the kids to come in and play. And I'll tell you what's funny is I do get a little bit of an older cigar smell coming in here. Okay, so we're gonna exit Churchill's here. Again, you've got an entrance to the Princess Theater. We're gonna show you one deck up what it looks like. Okay, or I can go here into the Club 6 area, and this is gonna be the double down bar. Now, the double down bar is connected to the casino, and it has a little bit of a casino in it as well, and I'm gonna show you that as we walk through here. But this is a cool place. Matthew's come down here for some 18 to 20 meetups and things like that. So it's a nice little bar, and it is a non-smoking area of the casino. So we'll show you that. All right, now they've got a little, I don't know, DJ booth, something like that right here. Maybe they do a little dancing right here, some little shows. You've got some sports on the TV if you're into that. So a cool little bar to just hang out at. Nice, comfortable area. And yes, there are some slot machines in this little spot here. So you've got some slot machines here. There's a poker game right back here, a poker table. And they will post poker events in the Princess Patter on the newsletter that we like a lot, because not only can you get that in the Princess app, but they give you a paper copy in your room every day too. So that's very cool. Nice job, Princess. Okay, so I showed you that entrance into the Club 6. The double down bar, I think is what they call it there. Now you can access the casino from right here, but I'm gonna go back to the elevator banks and show you another way into the casino. All right, now to put things into perspective, I jumped back up to that forward elevator bank we were just at to start here on deck 6, the Fiesta Deck. And now, on the starboard side of the ship, first let me point out restrooms, guys. You know I'm always big on restrooms. There are plenty of restrooms in plenty of places here at the ship, and I like that a lot. Now again, you've got access to the Princess Theater if we go forward. And here's kind of a main access to the Princess Casino right here. Now we'll take a walk through here. Technically the casino is live, right? It's a sea day, so slot machines may be up and running. You got a craps table here. You got a nice row of games here, easily accessible. We've had a nice time in the casino. They got your blackjack, your 3-card, your 5-card poker. Of course, one of our favorites, they've got the roulette here as well. It is a smoking casino, so you will notice that when you're in here. You've got a bunch of slot machines right here, and you're gonna have slot machines all throughout this area. And there is a casino bar. Let me see if I can give you a glimpse of that. It's small, right on the other side of that stairway. And this is a really nice stairway that'll take you right up from deck 6 to deck 7 if you need to. But right over there is gonna be the casino bar. And right up the stairs to, well, it looks like some shopping. We'll show you that in a minute. But that's really pretty stairway. And again, look at this. Beautiful chandelier here. The design doesn't stop in the casino, guys. It's still a gorgeous, gorgeous ship. All right, so let's head a little bit forward here as we exit the Princess Casino. And now we're gonna come out to Bellini's Bar in the center Piazza area right here on deck 6. Now on the port side of the ship here, deck 6 is gonna be the photo gallery area. Have a look at all your photos, get set up for any of your photo packages and things like this. It's gonna be right in here for you. I mentioned the Bellini's Bar. Very nice bar, overlooking everything going on in the Piazza. Now right over here on the starboard side of the ship is Alfredo's. It's an Italian restaurant, but it's pizza based. We ate there last night. It was fabulous. The service was awesome, the food. Everything about it we loved, and the selection of pizzas they have are to die for. Now here's a beautiful look. This is amazing right here. A look here from deck 6, midship at the Piazza area. Deck 7, we're gonna hit that in a minute, but deck 6 here, just gorgeous. You could just sit here for an hour or two, hanging out. You're gonna hear great music, see entertaining things going on down there in the main Piazza. Have a drink before dinner and enjoy the beauty of this ship. As we leave Bellini's, I mentioned you have Alfredo's over here. You got the pizza ovens right here. This is where they prepare everything. So kind of right out in front of you if you wanted to watch the process. Very cool. Another look here at Bellini's across the Piazza. We're starting to see a few people out. It's getting on about 6 o'clock in the morning here on this cruise ship. Here's that midship elevator bank. Again, a little odd, set up different than the forward and the aft. 2 elevators there, 2 elevators there, 1 elevator there, and 1 elevator there. Now if I go through here, I can access the stairs. Multiple staircases to get up and down here. Now on either side, you're gonna enter into the concerto dining room. On one side was where you would go if you had reservations. On the other side is where you would go if you were just doing a walk-in. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure if I just pointed the right way for each way, but let's show you the concerto dining room. Now deck 6 is gonna have both of the other 2. Now deck 6 is gonna have the 2 remaining main dining rooms on it. But you can only get to concertos right here. All right, so you get a lot of the same vibe as it was in the symphony dining room, here in the concerto dining room. A little bit smaller though, and yes, it's morning, it's dark. Please forgive the darkness. Nothing going on in here, but you've got the main dining room, the concerto dining room, right here midship. Just a quick little look at it here. And you can enter on either side, the port side or the starboard side. All right, let's get out of here, get back to the elevator bank. Just to show you, on the other side of the ship, the same type of entrance to the concerto dining room. All right, that was the way out to go back to Alfredo's if we wanted to. But right now, the concerto dining room doesn't go all the way through. So if you want to get to the aft area of the ship, for the Allegro dining room, you actually have to go up one, back, and down again. I'm going to show you how that works. But for now, let's jump up to the next deck. Okay, we're going to go forward, deck 7, and we're going to check that out. All right, so now we've arrived back at the forward elevator bank up on the Promenade Deck, deck 7. And oh no, there's a reminder that tomorrow we arrive in Galveston at 7 a.m. Okay, but this is today, day 8. It's a sea day, 6:04 a.m. ship time. More of the technology here by all the elevator banks and throughout the ship, so that's pretty cool. Here's your 4 elevators. And on either side here, we can access the Princess Theater. We can go on the port side over there, but we're gonna enter right here on the starboard side. Just for perspective, here's your stairway going up here in the front elevator banks. And now let's take a look at this Princess Theater. And this is so nice, they've got the doors open for us. Now this theater is small, but it is workable and it is packed every time we've come in here. They've had some great singing, dancing type shows. You can see all the way across there. Again, little small, tight quarters, just a main stage area right there, but a beautiful setup nonetheless. Now, I mentioned earlier that you can access this area from down below on deck 6. That's the entranceway right there where you would come out on the bottom. Okay, but we came in on deck 7 here, and this is the forward Princess Theater. All right, a little selection of chairs. If you get stuck back here, I'm sorry for you. You might still be able to see the stage a little bit, but not the best views with people walking in front of you here. But here you go, Princess Theater, there's a good look. All right, now let's get out of here and see the rest of this deck 7. Right now, the way this ship is set up here, from this forward elevator bank, I can go forward on the starboard or the port side. If I go forward on starboard, it's gonna take us through the Park West art area. Okay, that's right through there. But I'm gonna come over here to this side and give you a different look. Now again, there's the other access to the Princess Theater. And also, this is the Promenade Deck. You can go outside and you can take a look out there and walk around the ship. I get some fresh air, but the deck is closed this morning due to it being a little bit windy, a little wet out there, and a little bit chilly weather at this time. So we're not gonna be able to go out there. You gotta accept my apologies on that. But as we turn, again, that's the stairway, that's access to the elevators, that's the Princess Theater, and now we're gonna go forward here on the port side of the ship. Now this is Calypso Cove. All right, this is gonna be a little shopping area right here. And it looks like most all the shopping, except for that duty-free alcohol, is gonna be found on this area right here, on this deck. You've got a lot of shopping over here. You're gonna have some perfume and more shopping over there. There's that Park West art gallery that I mentioned earlier. Right here, we've got a nice jewelry area, the Limelight, where you can pick up some things. While we were down at the casino, I showed you the stairway. There's that stairway from earlier. Okay, and now we come up to the stairway, there's that chandelier, and then we can walk through and get to the Piazza area, that midship area from right here. Now one thing I do like is it's not overkill on the shopping. Okay, it's necessities, it's some nice things that you need. Yeah, there's a few of the Chotsky things as well. You're gonna have a little bit of a logo stuff too, but everything's kind of condensed into this one smaller area, and I do like that. The Essence store, that's the perfume store. All right, so now let's head out to the rest of this deck. As we enter the Piazza area, we're seeing the backside of the Ocean Terrace Seafood Bar. Here's a Meridian Bay. They do have some Pandora, some Swarovski stuff right over here. Facets is a little higher end jewelry, if I'm not mistaken. And now we're out here to the Piazza. I mentioned the Ocean Terrace Seafood Bar. Now, when I heard they had a seafood bar, yes, I admittedly got very excited. Although it's not all seafood, it's really a sushi bar. But still very cool. If you're into sushi, you may love hanging out at this place. And while you're eating, you can get a very nice feel of what's going on down in the Piazza area. So now you see we're all the way up here on deck 7, looking down in the Piazza, deck 5 and 6, okay? To my left is the facets, the little bit of jewelry there. So I guess, you know, not 100% consolidated into that other area I showed you, but not too much more of it out here. Now up here on deck 7, on the port side of the ship, is what might be my favorite bar, my favorite place here, and that's the Crooner's Bar. Really nice seating area. They're gonna have music up here, pianists. They had some violin, a violin duo up here during the cruise, and that was nice. So lots of places you can hang out here, and a nice bar right here at the Crooner's Bar. Again, one of my favorite spots. They've had all of my favorite booze. If you're a fan of bourbons, you're a fan of different vodkas, tequilas, they had the Slante Irish whiskey. They've got the Pantalones, that's the Matthew McConaughey tequila here. They've got all the good stuff. And they have plenty of Buffalo Trace. Now we continue walking, and now we're here at that midship elevator bank, right? You've come to get used to it now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 elevators. One odd, a second odd one over there. And one thing real quick here on the starboard side of the ship, they do have kind of a next cruise desk, as they call it. When you're ready to book your next cruise while you're on this cruise, the future cruise area, that's where you're gonna go and do it, and it's got it right here. Now on the port side of the ship, it doesn't go through, so our main thoroughfare to get to the back of this deck is gonna be on the starboard side. There's the stairs right there, guys. Finally, we've got a deck that we can go all the way from the front to the back. They've got the Princess Live Cafe. All right, they'll have coffee back here later. They'll have a full array of alcohol. And that's because the Princess Live area is gonna be right here. Now, Princess Live, they're gonna have a bunch of different events in here. They're gonna have trivia in here. The cruise director will come in here and maybe perform, do little morning shows and things like that. You can come watch them live. So Princess Live, always busy, always has a lot of entertainment going on in it. All right, as we continue on towards the aft area of deck 7, more restrooms, always good. You can access outer areas here. Okay, but this is not open right now. Now here's another very popular spot and a popular bar. So here we are at the Wheelhouse Bar right here. And that is adjacent to the Crown Grill the popular steakhouse here on Regal Princess and on Princess Cruises in general. Now, everything I've heard about the Crown Grill on this ship has been great. If you watched our Sun Princess videos, you saw that we had a couple of bumps and bruises, steakhouse experience. But here's a nice look at the steakhouse here on the Regal. Like I said, the Wheelhouse Bar and Crown Grill right here. Nice area to have a couple drinks before dinner. Now here is the library if you need some quiet time, looking for a book to read, maybe some board games. That's the spot you can hang out at. And now we get to the last venue here towards the aft of the ship on this deck. Now I mentioned the Allegro dining room is actually on deck 6, but you have to go this way to get to it. Here's the rear elevator bank. We'll get back here in a moment, but right now we're going into the Vista Lounge. Another place where they're gonna have tons of shows. They'll have movies in here, different events in here as well. You can just come and chill out, relax with friends. You can just come in here, watch a movie, watch a performance. Just a nice little venue here, deck 7, aft of the ship. All right, so we just exited that Vista Lounge there, the aft deck 7. But really quick, let me just show you. Again, we're on the Promenade Deck. So you can go out here to the outer area. Oh, beautiful out here. Little humid, a little breezy. But this is an outer area. They'll have chairs set up out here. You can sit, relax, read, whatever you want to do. You can see the clock tells us it's about 20 after 6 in the morning. Still dark out here on the high seas. No sun yet, but we'll see something shortly because we're going to be heading up to deck 16 here in a minute. But yeah, this is the Promenade Deck. You can walk all the way around, I think, on this deck if you just want to take a few laps in the morning as the sun's coming up. And again, here's our starboard side. Shows you all the tender boats here, all the lifeboats here lined up as well. So you get a good look at what these things can really look like. All right, so now we're going to head back inside. Now, I mentioned earlier, the Allegro dining room is just downstairs, okay? We're on deck 7, you just go down these stairs and you're there, set up just like the Concerto, but the Allegro. You see the theme there, don't you? Symphony, Allegro, Concerto, all the main dining rooms on the ship. So now we're gonna leave the Promenade Deck, deck 7, head up in the elevators. Guys, we're gonna be heading all the way up to deck 16. Now these aft elevators are a little bit smaller. All right, so you can have some close quarters in here with people. Good morning to you. As we get up to deck 16, we're gonna get into the buffet, and I'm gonna go from the back of the ship to the front of the ship this time, because there's something I need here in the buffet area.
Deck 16, Lido.
Here we are on the Lido deck. Here we come out to the Horizon Court area. And the Horizon Court is the buffet. But I'll tell you what, before we go out there, I'm just gonna go back here on the very aft area of deck 16. Is a little outdoor area. Now you can come out here and this can be overflow if you want to eat a little breakfast out here. It's very nice, lovely spot. Nice quiet area back here. And they're also gonna have a full bar back here as well. So it's kind of a little secret hidden spot, if you will. So if you're looking for a little quiet time in the morning with your breakfast, come all the way back to the aft area of deck 16, grab a seat, and you can just come to the railing and look out to the ocean, which you gotta believe me, it's out there. Just listen to it. I don't know if you can hear that, but if you can, it's an amazing sound. You can see the wake behind us. There it is, there it is. Beautiful. Just beautiful. All right, now we're gonna leave this area and go into the air-conditioned part of the buffet. And you can go in and out on either side here. Guys working hard early in the morning. Good morning, good morning. Oh, the crew here have just been fabulous on this cruise everywhere you go. Being greeted, smiles. You can tell it's a great vibe and that they enjoy working. The Outrigger Bar, that's where we were here on the Horizon Terrace. All right, now we're back inside. Make sure to wash your hands. So that's the elevator area where we came from earlier. Hand washing station. And now we are here into the main buffet area, the Horizon Court. Horizon Court's gonna be on the starboard and on the port side. Full access there. It's kind of nice. You can have a little look. Little toast area. They've got their own waffle maker section right here, which is huge. Matthew's been loving that. Just loving it. They've got breakfast ready to go, almost untouched, so you're getting a real nice look at what they're offering for breakfast here. Oh yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning, sir. How are you? This has been a great buffet. We've eaten here a few times for some different meals. Oh, good stuff. That's a quality hash brown right there, guys. Good looking bacon, ham pieces, biscuits and gravy. They've got it all there. So breakfast is in full swing here as we're just after 6:30 in the morning. Again, this is the Horizon Court. More breakfast area will be opened here in a little bit as it fills up and gets busier here. And then up here is the Horizon Bistro, another part of the buffet, but with a little lighter fare. And I mentioned there's one thing I needed to get here. Good morning, in the bistro. And that, my friend, is a cup of coffee. All right, well, yes, this was the much needed stop that I had to have, guys. Cheers, I'm right outside of the pastry stop, right? That's here in the Horizon Bistro area of the buffet. You saw all the amazing pastries they had in there. Unbelievable looking donuts. They were fantastic. Everything else, the waffle stations in there. Listen, Matthew loves waffles. If you have kids that love waffles, they will love breakfast here. You have the two waffle stations, one in the pastry shop and one there in the back. And you can put all kinds of things on those. They've got sprinkles, they've got it all. So we have loved the buffet here on this cruise ship, and this buffet area has been awesome. And thanks for joining me today. Let me get another sip of this coffee. We just have a little bit more of this tour to go, but I want to say thanks a lot for hanging out. And if you're enjoying the tour, if you like this style of tour, just walking, talking, and seeing all the stuff, hey, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. Share the video with friends that are going to Regal Princess or any Princess cruise in the future. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button if you don't mind. And make sure you turn on notifications so you don't miss any new content coming out from us here at Sharonatsea Travel. And by the way, if you're thinking, hey, Jamie, where's Sharon from Sharonatsea Travel? Hey, she's back in the cabin, guys. She's sleeping. It's way too early for her to be up. But this is my part of the deal, these ship tours. But if you want to book a cruise with an experienced, fabulous travel agent who will take care of every need that you have, make sure you contact Sharon. Shoot her an email, sharonatsea@gmail.com. It's sharonatsea@gmail.com. Shoot Sharon an email. She gets it directly. She replies to you. Pretty soon you'll be talking to you, and pretty soon you will have your next cruise booked, and she'll handle everything from start to finish. And if you're a new cruiser, she's fabulous with all the cruises she's got under her belt. She can answer all the questions you have, whether it's Europe, whether it's Miami, whether it's Alaska, wherever you're cruising to and from, she can take care of you. So do us a favor, do all those things before you cut out of the video today. Make a note to contact Sharon at sharonatsea@gmail.com. I'm gonna finish this coffee, take a bite of this delicious Danish, and then we're gonna get the rest of the tour going. All right, so now as we leave the comforts of tasty food and hot coffee, and it was good coffee too for all you coffee lovers out there, we're gonna turn around and head forward. Now we've been in the aft of deck 16. Okay, way back there you saw the outrigger bar and that outside area, which is gorgeous to hang out at any time of the day. And then we came in through the Horizon Court, now the Horizon Bistro. And now we're gonna be heading out to the pool deck area. I know that's what everyone's been waiting for. Again, it's coming about 7 in the morning here, still plenty of spots to sit. Again, more restrooms. I love the amount of restrooms on this ship. Horizon Bistro, Renee. Let me just put it into perspective for you. You've got an elevator right there. You've got an elevator on the other side. Here's the stairs that we've been talking about the whole time. Yes, they come to an end right here. So you could take these stairs all the way down to deck 5, which is where we started this tour. All right, so now let's head outside. here we go. We've made it to the pool deck. First glimpse of the pool here. It is a really nice area. All right, so you've got a nice seating area here. On one side of the pool over there is going to be a full bar as it opens up a little later on this morning. All right, here you've got, it's not technically a kid's pool, but it's definitely more of a pool for kids. You got some showers there. You have a little bit of a couple inches worth of kind of tile that you can just sit on here and keep cool, as well as a small little center pool area. And again, I mentioned this has been a lot of kids here, and it's spring break, so there have been plenty of kids on this cruise. A lot more than you think that you would see on a Princess cruise ship. But everything has been great so far, and the kids have been well behaved. So here's a nice look outside here. Now I mentioned this is going to be the sea view bar on this side, and that'll open up a little bit later in the morning. All right, they've got the Calypso Cabana right here. This is kind of neat on this side. You can just walk around the back side of the bar and see down below into the ocean, the little clear catwalk. So that's very cool. They've got the same thing going on the other side. So that's pretty neat. Now on each side of the pool, here on the port side, they just have tables and chairs, plenty of chairs in the shade, and a good chunk of them in the sun as well, depending on what you like in your laying out. Now on this side, it's closed right now, but this is gonna be Swirl soft serve ice cream. Will be right over there. Now they're doing a little cleaning, but on this side of the ship is the nice walkway, where you can see down, you can go all the way around. One of the guys is cleaning there. I'm not trying to mess it up for him, but very cool and a very neat feature. And take a look at this view. How awesome is this? That looks fabulous. Although I guess if you had one of these cabins, it could be a little intrusive, so keep an eye out for that on the deck plans. All right, so now let's keep walking forward here on the pool deck. Deck 16 is where we are. It's always nice in the morning when it's quiet out here. Little music playing, the sun's coming up. Now one thing I want to show you is this little center area here. At first glance, you're like, hey, why would they just put this big platform right here? Does it make a lot of sense? Well, one thing that they do is they have morning Tai Chi here for about 45 minutes every morning, right? They've got the big screen TV up there, and that'll show something. It'll show a video of a guy giving a Tai Chi class. So folks can stand up here. And also, guys, what this is really all about is there are water features and lights built into this platform right here. And quite often in the evening time, they will do amazing water shows and water and light shows coming right here. I'll see if I can throw a little video in here from when we saw it. And it is just super cool. You get a great view from anywhere up here on any of the two decks around the pool. All right, so plenty of seating out here. Whether you just want to sit out here and relax, or you want to sit out here and get a nice suntan. And we're gonna keep walking back here to the bar and a couple food menus you can check out. And yes, they do have hot tubs. Not quite open yet for the morning. They're probably treating them this morning, but there are hot tubs on either side of the pool. And yes, there are some early birds out here getting their towels out. Now right here is the Trident Grill, where they're gonna have burgers and some other hot food. Right here is the Mermaid's Tail. Very cool pool bar. This opens up, I think, at 9 a.m. And it's adjacent to the main pool right here. Take a look at that. This is a nice big comfy pool area. Showers on each side. You can just hang on the side, put your feet in, or go all the way in. And the pools are fairly deep too, right? You're talking about like 5 feet to 6 feet deep here. Not just something to wade in. You can actually get a little swim, so that's kind of nice. Oh, no problem, thank you. Guys working hard to get the day started. So a great look at the pool area here. All right, and next to the next to the Mermaid's Tail, we've got the Prego Pizzeria. Now this opens from 11 to 11, so this is going to be all day pizza, and the pizza has been fabulous. If I dare say, Matthew claimed he thinks it's the best pizza at sea. That's right, even better than Carnival Cruise Lines. So Prego Pizzeria, fabulous pizza here. Now you can take a walk back behind this area on either side of the ship, and you can get to the forward elevator bank. Now forward on deck 16, there are going to be more cabins as you go down that way. We won't bother anybody down there, but we will go up one deck. It's deck 17.
Deck 17, sun. Going down.
Right now we're out here on deck 17, the sun deck. Okay, what I'm going to show you really quick forward out here on the sun deck is going to be the retreat area. Now there's a very, very nice pool here in the retreat area. They're going to have a full bar as well. Now this is an adults only area, right? It's not exclusive to suites or anything like that. And they do have these little cabanas. You can rent these cabanas for a daily charge, maybe a half day or whatever the case is. And those would just be your own private spot, or any of the chairs and area around here is just all open to adults. So it's just an adults only area here. The retreat bar, the retreat pool. All right, now let's see. I'm gonna see if we can get all the way forward here on this deck. I'm not sure if we can, but we'll give it a try. All right, now we go into the sanctuary area. The sanctuary is a reservation only area, but it's open to everyone to get reservations. Now this is just a very quiet, very nice area of the ship. Again, you can reserve cabanas up here as well. Good morning, good morning. Some lovely ladies working, but they've got super, super comfy lounge chairs. No pool up here, but it is gorgeous. I'm gonna see if I can sneak in and give you a little more look here of the sanctuary. Look at that, the cabanas, they've even got their own TV up here. I mean, you can just chill out here all day long. You'd have to check for your price per sailing, but it is very, very nice indeed. Kind of an open air, you got a nice view. You got covered, you're kind of a ceiling, but it's only a material up there that's stretched out, so you do get a lot of airflow through here. So just very nice here in the sanctuary. Very cool little spot on either side of the forward part of here, deck 17. And now we're back to the retreat area here. Again, adults only. I'll tell you what, this is the hidden gem, guys. This is the hidden gem area of the ship. Right up there is gonna be a little deck that you can lay out on. Nothing too fancy up there. 2 hot tubs, nice big pool, beautiful area. I believe it's 16 and over. So when I say adults, 16 and over is gonna work here. Now let's walk forward on this deck. Up there, 18, 19 additional decks for laying out. Now we're just walking forward here on deck 17 to give us another great overhead look. To give us another great overhead look of the pool deck out here. Very nice setup here. All right, we've got a little bit more to go. Again, thanks for hanging in there with me. It's great how the sun comes up here in the morning. Now it's a little cloudy, or else we might have a little bit of a view of a sunrise. So I apologize for that. But so far, you're really seeing the great setup here on the Regal Princess. This pool area has been fantastic. And we're gonna be out here later. I think we're gonna try to get into the retreat later and just chill out, get in that pool and enjoy our last sea day. We got a little bit more of the ship to see, so let's keep walking to the back of the ship. Now they've got the 2 hot tubs here, right? And there were 2 forward in the retreat area. And there are 2 hot tubs kind of right here in the middle of the pool deck as well. Up here on deck 17, looking over deck 18. So that's kind of cool. Very nice. Good morning. More of the hardworking folks here from Regal. Whew. See these guys busting their butts. Good morning. Working so hard to get the thing set up here in the morning. Now this is kind of cool too. Finding some little areas with this astroturf on them, right? They're gonna have chairs out here, but instead of it being a hot, brutal sun deck, it's astroturf. So that's kind of nice. Look at that, more restrooms. Now this is kind of interesting. As we walk towards the back of the ship, we're going to come into the fitness center here. So now you get a bird's eye view of the workout area. Plenty of bikes, ellipticals, treadmills, free weights. Keeping the camera low, we don't need to see anybody in here. All right, so how cool is that? The fitness area right there, just walking right through there. All right, and now we're gonna come to the back area of deck 17. And this area, guys, this is for the smokers. And it's a really nice setup. They've got a lot of lounge chairs out here, which is super cool. They've got the smoking area, the terrace pool is right here. And they have a great view right off the back of the ship. Look at that, gorgeous. Yeah, so they have a nice little pool right back here as well in the terrace area. And again, this is the smoking area. A bunch of seats right over there, covered seating, open seating out here. One level up is gonna be the walking track. And then there is a little fitness area up there as well. I think there's a little cage, maybe some basketball, maybe some miniature golf. We're gonna take a look at that here in 1 second. There's that fitness area we came through. Now here we are at the elevator banks in the aft of the ship. We don't see these too often, but they do have 4 of them right back here on the sun deck, deck 17. Now on this one, you've got 2 buttons over there. Well, 1 button there and 1 button here. But on this deck, you're only gonna be going down. Oh, the photo studio is up here as well. You saw the photo gallery earlier, but now you've got the photo studio that you can go to for your fancy pictures. Now also back here on the aft area of deck 17 is the youth and the teen club, right? It's called the Beach House for ages 13 to 17. I don't know, let's see if we can take a look back here. Now here's the tree house, right? This is for 3 to 7 for the younger kids. They've got their own little spot here, sign them in, sign them out. Very safe and secure, but there's a little view of what goes on in there. I can see some video games and stuff. So again, that's the tree house. Here's the lodge, 8 to 12. Same type of setup here. Cool area to hang out, video games. Oh, they got a pool table in there. They got skee ball. That looks like a lot of fun. And then you have the beach house for ages 13 to 17. Now that's locked right now, but this will go to an outdoor area, and I wish I had some video of it, because from what I can tell, there's even like a little hot tub back here for the older kids to hang out and chill. So the beach house, 13 to 17. So right down this corridor, all the youth programs all in one spot. All right, now there's no way, from what I can see right here, to get up to deck 18 unless we go back outside. All right, now we just came up the stairs up to deck 18 here, and after the ship, deck 18, there is a jogging track. And it's kind of cool because it separates the walkers and the runners. Sharon's been up here a few times and she likes that. It's got a big old basketball court area, all caged in so the ball doesn't go overboard, so that's pretty cool. All right, and then all the way up the stairs here, up to deck 19. Here is their miniature, and I mean miniature, mini golf course. There's some shuffleboard over there. Here on the sky deck 19. Looks like they get some lawn chairs out here as well, some deck chairs. They have a look down at the basketball court, but this is the highest level here on the cruise ship. Now let's head back down and wrap up this video. Now let me be fair, I've referenced a miniature golf course. They call this the lawn courts, right? So it's not meant to be miniature golf, but just somewhere you can come up here and hit balls into the cups and have a little fun. So I want to be clear about that. I don't want to shortchange Princess. It's not a weak mini golf course. It's just a little lawn course. All right, and now we came back down here to deck 18, and they do have what they call a golf simulator over here, which is pretty cool. And I've yet to see this on any other cruise ship. So not only can you play hoops, but you can come right here and take a whack at some golf balls. Now, it's a little underwhelming. They've got some clubs. The green is in a tough situation, but hey, at least it's here. You can check it out and slam some balls into the bullseye there. Maybe just take out your aggression. All right, now we're back down here to deck 17. Now we're on the port side. They got the same setup, right? Nice little green AstroTurf area, keeping your toes nice and cool. Definitely like this. And the guys are putting out the pool deck chairs, even though we've got some dark clouds, but maybe some blue skies in our future. Finally, one last look at the pool deck again. You got the smaller pool, the platform, the larger pool over there. People getting ready to have hopefully a great day once this cloud bank passes us. What better way to end the ship tour than right here in front of the Love Boat sign, huh? Is that awesome? Guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the tour, the style of tour, just walking through the whole thing, narrating it live for you. It's not super fancy. It's not pre-recorded and dubbed later. It's just me, you, and the cruise ship. And that's how we like to do it. So thanks for joining me. Again, before you leave, make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, hit the notification bell, share the video with friends and family. And hey, to all of you out there, from all of us here at Sharon Travel, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you in the next video.